I try to get these weekend updates done out of the way early, but I'm running a bit late. As it is, this one probably won't come out till Monday. And for those of you who know I do weekend updates, I apologize for the lateness of this. The first reason is I work for the school newspaper, and without getting into too much detail, I love you too, Bear. You'll see in a minute. Without getting too much detail, the way they're running the photo department is the exact opposite of how you should run it. So chances are, I'm a volunteer photographer anyway, so I'm probably not going to be doing that for much longer at this rate. But the other reason why this is a little late is I live in a 2-floor townhouse, and I've been sleeping mainly downstairs. Guys, cut it out. Some of the boys are trying to fight. And my roommates, who've been living in this small room, decided, you know, you guys aren't using the big bedroom, why don't we take it? I'm like, okay, yeah, go ahead. Since I'm sleeping downstairs, might as well make the small bedroom my art studio. And you guys just learned something about me. I'm an artist, as well as a nerd, and it comes out pretty well. So now I have my own art studio. Give you guys a bit of a tour. This is, flip this over, the rat cage. They're up here with me now. Most of them. There's still some downstairs with Aberline, the bunny babbits. The dresser's still up here, but I'm going to organize this bit soon. Oh, where is it? If I can get this to work, this is an upcoming Brain Junk food. I got more up here too that I found just recently. I got my own easel. I've had this a few years now, actually. Got it at my old school back when I was in university, if that makes sense to anyone. My portfolio, trunk of stuff. I got some old artwork from earlier in my courses. Like, for example, it was a study in drapery I did, actually. Interacting with the human body. Got Lucy before she became a complete jerk of a rat, but I still love her. And got Athena and her babies. I am a big fan of Nightcrawler from X-Men. It's actually one of my favorite X-Men next to Gambit. And Beast, which Gambit's in the other room, and Beast passed away, sadly. The rats, I mean. I got the big video game few characters here. You know, Big Daddy, Gordon Freeman, Duke Nukem, Grayson Hunt, and Kratos, who'll be getting his own Brain Junk food shortly, as well as Camera Shy Spider-Man, hanging from a cord there. Got my work desk. Let me zoom out a little bit, where I'll be doing some of my work when it's not easel. Cute Fulu, I got him actually at the convention before I met Liquid Thought. And finally, I got my windowsill full of superheroes, as well as some posters. So that's pretty much the grand tour of the art studio. I'll be recording Brain Junk food primarily downstairs still, but weekend updates I'll probably be recording up here. Another series I'm going to be restarting that used to be text only, Nonlinear Paths, I'll be recording up here too, when it's not gameplay footage, mainly because that is about the art and writing in games. Now, before I go into my long tangent of a review of a game I'm going to review later here in a bit, some people have noticed, or I'm working on a trailer for the Brain Junk Foods of next year. And I'm going to spoil some of it because I don't know how much of these games I'm going to be able to finish, mainly because they are One of them is absolutely god-awful. And as much as I've played it beforehand, trying to finish it, it's Alpha Protocol. And anyone who's played it knows that, one of the last bosses in it is practically impossible. And I don't know if I'll be able to finish it. Some of the earlier Brain Junkfoods that I've already put up, I didn't finish the game that time around. Like Saw 2, I didn't finish it that time around, but I had finished it before. Oh god, what was the one before Saw 2? Downpour, same thing, which I'm still playing Downpour. I love that game. But I'm also going to be expanding the repertoire to NES games, Super Nintendo, Sega. Maximum Carnage is on that list for anyone who doesn't realize how much of a Spidey fan I am. 2 old NES games from Taxon are going to be on there, Low G Man and 8 Eyes. And 8 Eyes is kind of going to be dedicated to my brother, who used to have the game. Hopefully I can get him on with me on this, because he runs his own site too, Simple Rant, and I think it'd be kind of cool to collaborate with him. Trying to think. The one that's coming out in January is going to be a doozy. It has the second to last boss in this game took me 20 tries to beat. And it's not because it's hard. It's because it's fucking cheap. You're fighting this guy who can kill you in one hit. And sometimes when you reload that checkpoint, you're instantly dead because of it. So, yeah, I'm going to see if I can get snippets of all 20 of those deaths, or all 20 of those attempts, on the Brain Junkfood. I gotta talk to Liquid Thought about it. But I'm also going to be expanding my repertoire from PS3 next-gen games to, or current-gen, as it were, to PC games. And one of the reasons I'm doing that is I found, I don't know if you guys can see that. Let me get out of the case or open the case a bit. It's the Psycho Circus disc. And I did a text Brain Junkfood of it before. And everyone I've talked to who's played the games either like, well, that was weird, or they absolutely hated it. I thought it was ridiculous, but I thought it was fun. But I also want to do it because of the alien fetus boss. Oh my god. Oh. The game. Yeah. I may be going back and doing Blood as a video Brain Junkfood, or Blood 2, because that is my favorite old school first person shooter. And this one, it's going to break my heart to spoil it. I had a harder than fuck time finding You Are Empty. And the reason I'm spoiling it is because I'm going to do a small review of what I've played. I hadn't played it in a long time. I need to reinstall it on the computer. It's an FPS, and a lot of people are like, oh, it's in the vein of Painkiller. It's more like a survival horror game. What few people are left normal and alive in this game are still fairly deranged. Oh my god, I have a rat staring at me right now. But they're still fairly deranged, and your character is the only one who's left seemingly normal in a town full of absolutely insane people who are turning into monsters. And what gets me about people saying how bad it is, they're like, well, the combat is too clunky even though it's shooting. The controls are clunky. Yeah, your character woke up in a hospital bed after being hit by a car. What do you expect? And it plays like you're just hit by a damn car. And the biggest complaint I heard about it was, it's not a Painkiller clone because the enemies aren't massive, or they're not massive swarms. They don't rush you. That's actually why I love it. if anything, You Are Empty does show survival horror done right. Now, it's not perfect, but some of the innovations it did with the genre, of the shooter genre, as well as the horror genre, are just underrated, if anything. And then there's the graphic engine that they did, which I don't want to spoil that. Anyone who's researched it will know already. But, yeah, that will be coming up hopefully summer of next year. Working on a few others. The next Brain Junk Food will hopefully be edited very, very, very soon. I just need to record the audio for it, and that'll be up. YouTube willing and my video editor willing by the end of the month. And that way I can get my top 10 list in December done. Yeah, not a usual Brain Junk Food for December. I do apologize for that, but I wanted to give everyone a break before I do Soldier of Fortune Payback, because, oh my god, that game's terrible. I don't think people need my brain snapping after Saw 2 and the next Brain Junk Food. But, yeah, so that, oh god, I'm trying to think what else I have coming up. I don't know, I gotta charge this camera a bit. I'll get back to you guys later. I'm going to bring some stuff up and then do a review of Need for Speed Most Wanted, the new one. So, yeah, check out the next video if you guys want. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later.